I locked my neighbor out of the building during a fire drill, and it split everyone against me. I live in a 6-story apartment building that's old enough to creak when the heat kicks on. Everyone knows everyone, or at least pretends to. There's a group chat for package alerts, lost cats, and passive-aggressive notes about laundry lint. I've lived here 5 years without major issues. Quiet, predictable. That changed because of one neighbor, Melissa from 3B. Melissa has a talent for bending situations in her favor. She borrows things and forgets to return them. She accidentally uses other people's detergent. She once parked in my assigned spot for 3 days and said the numbers were confusing. Most people shrug it off because she's friendly and dramatic and always has some story about how stressed she is. I learned early to keep my distance. Last Saturday was my first real day off in weeks. I'd planned a low-key night. Food delivery, movie, early sleep. Around 8 p.m., the fire alarm went off. Not unusual. Someone burns toast. The whole building evacuates. I grabbed my phone and keys and headed down the stairs with everyone else. We stood outside for about 10 minutes when I noticed Melissa wasn't there. I didn't think much of it until I heard pounding on the locked front door. Melissa was inside, waving through the glass, yelling for someone to let her out. The fire department hadn't arrived yet, and building policy is strict. Once the alarm is triggered, doors stay locked until cleared. She locked eyes with me and started screaming my name. "You have the master fob! Open the door!" I do because I'm on the tenant safety committee. I shook my head and mouthed, "I can't." She flipped me off through the glass. When the firefighters arrived and cleared the building, everyone went back inside. Melissa stormed up to me in the lobby, face red, voice shaking. She said I humiliated her, that she was scared, that I'd singled her out. People started watching. I said calmly that I followed protocol. She said protocol didn't matter when someone's in danger. Then she said loudly, "You've always hated me." The next morning, the group chat exploded. Melissa posted that I'd locked her in during a fire. People chimed in. Some defended me. Some said I should have used common sense. One neighbor said I had a power trip. I stayed quiet. That afternoon, I went to grab something from my storage locker in the basement. When I opened it, half my stuff was gone. Toolkit, camping chair, extension cords. I thought maybe I was mistaken until I noticed the lock was replaced with a cheap one. I went to building management immediately. They pulled camera footage. Melissa had used my name to convince the janitor to cut my lock 2 weeks earlier. She said I'd asked her to grab things for me because I was overwhelmed. On camera, she wheeled my stuff into her unit. Management confronted her. She admitted it, but said she thought it was shared storage. They told her to return everything or face eviction. That evening, she knocked on my door. Not to apologize. To ask me to tell management it was a misunderstanding. She said she'd been stressed, that she didn't think it was a big deal, that I owed her after what I did during the fire drill. I closed the door in her face. By Monday, she'd moved out. Some neighbors stopped talking to me. Others quietly said they were relieved. One slipped a note under my door that said, "Thank you for standing your ground." I still replay the moment at the door sometimes, wondering if I should have handled it differently. But then I remember my missing things. The lies. The way she screamed my name like I was responsible for her choices. I followed the rules. She crossed the line. And somehow, I'm the one people still argue